Hey everybody, it's Chris Murray, president and founder of the Child Care Success Company, and we're going to start right now talking about the biggest pain point that I'm hearing. One of two or three of the top pain points is all about hiring. It's all about how to get folks to show up for interviews and actually take the job hunt seriously and find those serious, amazing candidates, those teacher candidates that want to join our culture and improve our programs with us or just work in our schools of excellence. And so with that, I'm going to dive right in, and I'm going to give you three ideas, three fresh approaches for what you can do to improve your hiring in 2021 and the effectiveness of all of those efforts you're putting into your hiring. And this is going to be a huge focus for myself and our clients and our coaches here in the Child Care Success Academy and at the Child Care Success Company for 2021, because we got to fix this thing, guys. So let me give you some things that people in our tribe are actually doing. These are case study based ideas, tips, and things that are actually working in the ECE field for others that you can model. And so let me give you my first tip and my first idea. And I'm going to be doing some shout outs here to the folks that are actually doing these. Also, if you want to comment, I can see the comment panel. I'm doing this through my app, BeLive.tv. If you ever want to do these kinds of things, you can go to BeLive.tv. Shout out to them. It's a pretty good app. And you can see people's comments, and then also you can ask me questions, and I'll go through and I'll give you guys some shout outs if you have any specific questions about this content that I'm coaching you on today. So the first thing that I want to share with you is, let me pull it up. You need to do things differently. If things are not working for you, you need to go in a different direction than what everybody else in your market is doing, and figure out ways to show up differently to candidates so that you can actually grab their attention. Okay, so that's kind of the overarching theme. So one of the things that's working for folks is to really demonstrate fun, excellence, core values, and perks. And so Jamarian Tabor is a leader. She's an owner of one, soon to be two locations. Shout out to Jamarian. And I interview her in an upcoming episode of Child Care Rockstar Radio, which is my high-rated podcast that has a huge following, and I invite you to go over there and listen to it. And an upcoming episode 96, which will be our first episode of 2021, we talked to Jamarian, and she revealed something that she recently did with her holiday party. And all of her teachers, she took pictures of all of them having fun and doing gift Secret Santas and all sorts of things that they did in one of their recent meetings or parties. And she said she posted those photos on Instagram, and she actually got people DMing her off of that Instagram, asking her if she had any open positions. So talk about flipping the script from being hiring out of desperation and fear and feeling like you can't find anybody to hire, to posting cute pictures of what's going on in your school on Instagram with your teacher tribe, and then using that as a way to get candidates to come out of the woodwork, because you're putting those attractive photos, images, and messages and fun out in the social media world, and people are coming back to you wanting to know if you have any open positions. Like, amazing, right? And so what she does is she actually has a reputation for the fun center in town. And the way that she does that is she actually loves on her team at the highest level. When they have staff meetings, rather than having a potluck or parties and having everybody bring a dish, she actually hires a caterer and has them served. She's actually giving love and serving her teachers, because what do teachers do all day long? They care for others, right? They care for children and families. They're exhausted, and she is loving on them and bringing in a caterer to treat them like the queens that they are. I was like, you're treating them like queens. I love that. You're really showing them that you love them, that that they work hard, and giving them some pampering. When's the last time that you've actually loved on and truly pampered your staff? So, and then taking pictures of that pampering. Not that you're necessarily going, it's not a culture of you're always going to be pampered. This is a special treat. It's all in how you position it. And we are valuing our teachers to the highest level, that we want them to feel like true queens and be loved on during this season. And so that's an amazing little nugget that you can use for your hiring. So try that strategy. Put those pictures of your team having fun on Instagram and actually try that. And I think if you do that over time and you start, it's not going to be an instant. Don't expect it to be like change tomorrow, right? But if you become known as the center that is the fun center in your community, just like Jamarian has with Madeline's house, shout out to you, Jamarian, you will start reaping the benefits of people in having that reputation will bring you candidates over the long term like nobody's business. So that's number one, is you got to flip that from being known as the place where maybe the culture isn't so good and there's not great perks and it doesn't pay great, because people talk, to the place that is the fun center that has great perks, where they bring in caterers and they have an amazing time with their teams and they get loved on. So that's number one. The second idea is to look outside of the ECE field and your typical places where you are advertising, and come up with some outside the box ideas to approach people who are outside the field. And then you can get them trained up if they are great team members for you. And so this case study is based on Leanne in Brighton, Michigan, at Brighton Montessori. Leanne Chamberlain and her husband Jake run Brighton Montessori, and they shared a recent card that they developed where they have their fun core values and reasons why it's a great place to work on this little card. And they're giving those cards to people in the community who are great. They're providing great service, whether it's somebody at the cashier checkout who's working at a grocery store, somebody who's bagging groceries, somebody who's a server at a restaurant, somebody at the gas station that has a great attitude, has a great energy, has an attractive nature and a warm person. They're giving those cards out. So that's the second idea, is to actually think of outside the box solutions to the pain point, which is to look outside the ECE field and have concrete ways like these cards. And you can also give those to your staff for staff referrals. One of the biggest things is that we have our existing teachers bring us great team members just like them. And so if you don't have that going on in your school, you're missing out, and you need to develop that culture. They can get a finder's fee. So teachers can earn $200, $300, $500 every time you hire somebody that they bring to you, a colleague or a friend. You have to be a little careful of that, because you don't want all of that internal, if they're all friends with each other, then they're going to all be buddy prior to them coming into your school. So, you want connections, and you want them to bring great potential teacher candidates to you. Just be careful with that strategy, that you don't have tons of brothers and sisters and husbands and wives and uncles and aunts and cousins all working in the same program. So there's a limit to that. But certainly that strategy can work for you. Okay. So there's that. That's number two, which is thank you to Leanne and Jake from Brighton Montessori for that idea. And then my final strategy is actually from, believe it or not, Starbucks. So again, looking outside the industry at what's working and modeling things that you see out in your community that are cool. And you can be like, you grab it and you model it, and you grab it and you model it. And that's one of the strategies that I have used to the highest level of growing from zero to a multiple seven-figure business, is looking outside my industry and seeing stuff that's cool modeling it and grabbing it and implementing it as fast as I possibly can. So that strategy is actually recently I was in Starbucks with my daughter getting lattes, and our local Starbucks is hiring, and they had a big blackboard right in the middle behind the counter that said, "We're hiring. We have great perks." And they were really unusual perks, things that you don't always see. So some of their perks, and they were all listed out, and they were like, they had like little starbursts of all the perks on the board. And it said free tuition at a major local college, a 401k with a match, health benefits, free Spotify, birthdays off, competitive pay. These were all listed on the board. I wish I would have taken a picture and I could show you the pic, and then free coffee, of course, right? And so that's, again, free tuition, 401k, health benefits, free Spotify, birthdays off, competitive pay, free coffee. That was 7 different benefits they had listed in this cool, like graphic designed, just chalkboard art. Okay. So you can model that. You can take all of your fun benefits and create some. If your benefits are ho-hum, you got to go out and be bigger, do different stuff. Free Spotify was fun, and birthdays off is super fun. The tuition at the local major college, which was awesome. Like, I didn't know they offered a free tuition matching program. So those are all things that you're going to want to market to your candidates. You want to really be marketing intentionally your program to hiring candidates, to teacher candidates, just like you market your program intentionally to families and kids. So that's the big kind of writer downer of this session. You guys are all sharing in the chat, and I see that with comments and sharing with each other what you do to drive your cultures forward, different benefits that you offer. And the point is to intentionally take these benefits and fold them into your hiring messages, your hiring funnel, your hiring marketing messages, so that they work for you on a 24/7. Okay, so you want to kind of try to get this funnel built out, this hiring funnel, your approach, developing a careers page. That's a great careers page that works for you 24/7 when people find you online and they go to your careers page and they see these great pictures and they read your awesome benefits and they want to learn more. And then what happens next? Do you have a button built where they can go and learn more and apply? And that's just one example of a piece of your hiring funnel that will be working for you as an automated asset for the rest of your career. You might have to tweak it over the years, right? But so we're going to be talking about how to build those assets in your program. And this is a different way of thinking for many of you throughout, so that you can have the success that you desire and deserve in 2021, guys. And that's what it's all about, is living your best life, setting your business up to work for you as an automated process, and building out those assets in your hiring and in your marketing and enrollment, and then in your money management, your operations, and so forth. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. Don't freak out. Don't get overwhelmed, but just take these ideas. So look for outside the box ideas. Use the little cards ideas from Leanne and Jake. Look for people outside our industry that are amazing rock stars that you can attract and hire into your program, and then you can train them up as needed. And they don't have to necessarily even be a teacher. They could be a front desk person. They could be, somebody who might be a food person, that could be a chef in your program, drive the bus, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so you're looking for rock stars always. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.